Let's see how we can implement data-driven testing approach in our project. If you are not familiar with the project we'll be using, or if you want to know more about how it was implemented, you can check my previous videos from this playlist. Alright, so data-driven testing methodology is also known as stable data-driven or parameterized testing. And for example, you can read more about this here. We'll start from this test, which writes a string to a text area and submits a form. And we want to control the number of executions for this test based on the data we have in an external file which will contain all the parameters needed by our test to run. For example, if we have a file with 10 rows, the test will run 10 times, but with different datasets. Under data package, I have created a CSV folder which contains a data-driven CSV file, but you can use any other file types based on your needs. The principle remains the same. Here we have a header with 3 columns, test case ID, text to use, and expected message, and 3 data rows. Next, we have to read the data from the CSV file, and let's have a look here. We will be using CSV module from Python. Scroll down and let's see this class, dictReader. We open the file and read the content like this. It's important to mention here that starting with Python 3.8, the returned rows are as of type dictionary. Those being said, let's implement this. Under utils package, I have a module called reader.py. Here, let's define a function called getCSVData. We'll use a list to store all the dictionary rows. Open the file, read the data, add each row from the reader in the data list, and return it. Now we are ready to update the test and make it data-driven. First step is to add a pytest.mark parameterized decorator with 2 arguments. The first parameter can have any name. I will call it test data, and the second parameter is the data we will get by calling our getCSVData function. And here we have to pass the path to the CSV file. To get this path, right-click on the file, copy the relative path and paste it here. Now we have to pass this test data to the test function just like this. And that's it. We can start using the data as we need. For example, add here the test case ID. And replace those 2 variables with text to use and expected message based on the dictionary keys. Let's give it a run. pytest-m, then the pytest mark name. And we also want to include the HTML report, so we have --HTML equal the report name. First test is running, the second one, and the third one, just as expected. If we open the report HTML file, we get 3 tests. Test case ID 0001, test case ID 0002, and test case ID 0003. That would be all for now. Thank you for your time and see you on the next one. Bye.